Hi, welcome to lesson 2 of our HTML class. In this lesson, we are going to be learning text formatting. I'm going to use my favorite text editor, which is Notepad++. If you don't have it, all you have to do is go to Google and do a quick search of Notepad++. You download and install it. So let's begin. I'm going to begin this class by writing my first lines of HTML text. HTML, my head attributes, title. My title will be text formatting with HTML. I'll put HTML in caps. Close the title. That's it here. Let's see, we are ready to go. I'll put my body tag. The first thing we are going to be looking at is HTML heading. So we all know the heading, the biggest heading, which is H1. This is my heading. Close the H1 tag. So I'm going to repeat this 6 times for the various HTML heading sizes. So I'm going to, this will be H2, which is slightly smaller than H1, then H3. This is my heading, sorry, which is slightly smaller than H3, H2, slightly smaller than H2, sorry. So to go fast, I'll just copy all and paste below. Then I'm going to edit. This is where I see one. I'm going to put 4. Close the 4 tab. Close the 4 size. Sorry. 5. H5 close. 6 and H6 close. So now I'm going to make sure I close my body tag. Then I close my HTML tag. I'm now going to save it in my desktop as save as. Okay, I'll save it in my lessons folder as formatting .html. Always remember the HTML extension as long as we are working on web pages. On HTML website, we always have to use the h.html extension. So that's it. I've saved it. Now I run it in my browser and see what I now have to run it in my browser and see what I have to get. So this is my lessons folder. Open it. Formatting.html. I'm going to open it in my favorite browser, which is Google Chrome. So good, this is what we have. It's the H1 from the H1 tag, which is the biggest HTML font size, to H6, which is the smallest HTML font size. So that's it. We are ready to go. We are going to continue formatting our text. First of all, you may want to ask yourself why we have to format our text. The answer is quite simple. Whenever we are writing, be it a letter, an application letter, a job application, or whatsoever, we will want to use a certain formatting to give some meaning to our text. The meaning will be more than just the words. So we want to give more meaning to what we are writing. Do a quick example. I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to go to Google and search. Do a quick search of. Let me just say what job application letter. My browser, the search engine form is helping me here. Okay, good. Let's come here. How to write a job application. Click. Here we are. This is our job application letter. You see here the text here, how to write a job application letter. So the text is very big, maybe even bold. Probably it's H1 is bigger. It's also at the center. And even below we have some text which is underlined. Here also have job option which is underlined, maybe a link. Yes, underlined. We have some other text here which could be marked. So you see, we always have reasons to format our text in HTML, which allows us to give more meaning. At times show our reader some information on some data which is very important. So let's continue writing our text. Now within the body tag, I'm going to look at another code which is B. This is to make my text bold. Yeah, so this is to make my text bold, and I close the bold tag. I'm going to close the bold tag so that what comes after it is no longer bold. This is an example. So I'm going to save my HTML page. Then once more I run it in the browser to see what we have. Now, sorry, it's once open Opera also, but actually I prefer to use Google Chrome, which is my favorite browser. You are not obliged to use Google Chrome. You can use just about any browser: Commando, Firefox, Google Chrome. Why not maybe even Internet Explorer, Opera, Internet Browser, and there are many others. But for me, I always prefer to use Google Chrome. Here we are. I put in this text. This is to make my text bold. And you see that what comes after it, this is an example. It's no longer bold. We are going to see why by visiting our code. So I opened the bold tag here, and right here I closed it. Reason why, this is an example. As you clearly see here, it's no longer bold. Now I am going to use under HTML code, which is strong command, strong. So before doing that, I'm going to write something. I'm going to open the strong command. It's now open, and I'm going to see that this text is now strong. Then I close the strong command. It's closed. We are formatting our text. I say once more, I have to save it. Always remember to save your work. Come here to your browser and refresh. I now have this text is now strong. You see, you can see it's different from this and similar to this, which is bold. So as you go about writing your HTML codes, you are going to better decide where to use strong and where to use bold. That obviously is going to be your choice. Now I have here, this is an example. I may want this to be in a new line, so I'm going to click here and I write the line break code, which is, sorry, it's a mistake, which is BR. Remember, BR is line break. So whenever you want your text to go to the next line, all you have to do is insert the BR tag. As you go about formatting your text, always remember to save. Once more, we are going to refresh. Good. You see, this is now strong. It's no longer on the same line. This is thanks to our line break code. We have seen bold, we have seen strong. Now I want us to look at another code which is emphasized. So I want to emphasize on some text. This code is EM. This is very important. I close once more. I close the EM code and I'm going to save it once more. Now you see, this is very important. I've emphasized on it. We may want to mark some text as well for one reason or another. As you go about writing your code, you are going to know why you format your text in a certain way. My job is just to explain the code to you. You could also mark some text. Take note of this. It's also very important. The mark code must also be closed. Otherwise, everything you do will be marked. And I guess that's not what you want. And if that happens to be what you want, then you can just leave it open. Very good. You see, this is now marked. So take note of this. It's also very important. I may not like it to be on the same line with this is very important. So what do? I guess you know I'm going to use once more. I'm going to use a line break. Save it once more. And I run my code. Take note of this. This is very important. It's gone to a new line. Well, I'm going to use another code now, which is delete code. We may want to tell our reader that something has been deleted. Maybe that's no longer important. You best know the message you may want to convey. I'm just going to use the delete code right now by writing this. This is no longer important. Stop, please. You may ignore. Always remember to close your code. Save it. Come here. Refresh my page. This has been cancelled thanks to our delete code. I still want to put line break here. Save it. Run the page. And there we are. You should always also remember that we can set to have bigger space between one line and another. So what I have done, I've added another BR code. I'm going to refresh my page. Very good. You see the space between this line and this line has just been increased thanks to my adding a second BR code. Some text could also be subscripted and some could also be superscripted. We are going to look into that now. Commando, another line break, then another line break again. This is it. We have SUB. Take note of what you see here. SUB superscripted, and also take notes of what you see here. I want to put the line break here once more so we can clearly see the difference. I also want to save your text. Come right here, refresh. Alright, you may not really understand the difference. Let me write something before and after. Let me write some text before and after the subscript is closed. Let me write some text after. I'm going to copy this and paste below so we can go fast. code. I'm going to refresh my text. Now you see this is subscripted and this is superscripted, and you now see what we have, and this is our normal text. We are now going to go to underline. We want to underline some text. I'm going to break the line once more. So I want to underline some text by writing this is the underline code. Take serious notes of this. Close the underline code and we save it. Now we see our text is now underlined. Next I want to look at is place some text at the center of our page. It's a simple code, center. I'm going to add something more to our center, the h1 tag. Remember that you could always use various elements to play on a single line of code. So now I'm now saying that this should be at the center. After that I say it should be h1, that's the biggest heading, and this could be important. What am I closing? I close the center command and I close h1 comma. I'm going to save it, and once more I refresh my page to see what I get. Now here we are. This could be important. Is h1 the biggest HTML heading and it's at the center. I want to write some text and I want it to be small. I'll come here. I say I will like this text to be small. Before putting small, I'm going to write a small code for small to be small. I'm just put small so you see the difference between the code small and the text small code. Once more I come here, I refresh. We now see what we have here is all on the same line. I would like this text to be smallest. Now you may be asking, a question and I am going to answer you. You see this is h1, this could be important and I would like this text to be small. You see they all appear on separate lines, yet there is no BR code in between. The reason is by default in HTML, two font sizes, text of two font sizes will not be on same line. So we have here what is h1, which is the biggest font size, and we have here this normal text. We haven't allocated any text heading to it, and so we see automatically without using the BR code, they appear to be on separate lines. Now I've added the BR. What do we get here? Even goes further away from this. So this smaller text even goes further away from this, could be important. So I am going to write another line of code which is italics. I want italics. I use the code is I. Also take notes of this. Remember to close your code. Yeah, so we now have our italics. Once more, I'm going to go to my page and I refresh it. I would like this text to be smallest. Also take note of this. You see, also take note of this is in italics. I'm going to add a line break here. Right now we have broken the line again. Refresh our page. That is it. Also take note of this. Now the last thing we are going to look at for today in our text formatting lesson is the ordered and the unordered list. So we are going to be building two lists. One is going to be ordered, one is going to be unordered, and at the end of it we are going to ask ourselves, why should I have an ordered list or an unordered list? As you go about building your web pages, you'll be the one taking your own decisions. You have your reasons for taking your own decision, just as I will have mine. And it's my hope that in the future we might be able to collaborate, share information, share ideas as life goes on. So right now I want to have a list. I'm going to the markets and I want to have a list of things I'm going to buy so as not to forget anything. And my first list is going to be unordered, and my second list is going to be ordered. So UL stands for unordered list. Other things I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy some tomatoes. This is the list I have here on ordered list, and this is the list. I'm going to buy tomatoes. I close one list. I love apples, so I will buy some apples. I close one list. Also, I'm going to buy, what else do we have to buy? What do we have to buy? I like fruits. Which fruit? I'm going to buy avocado. I closed one list. Also going to buy some rice. Close the list. Close one list, and now I'm done with my shopping list, and I close the unordered list. Very good. Now let's save our page, refresh our page. This is our list: tomatoes, apples, avocado, and rice. It's on ordered list. Next, we are going to make an ordered list. The code for ordered list is OL. On that list, what do I have to say? Where do I have to go? What do I have to do? Let's think together. Well, my ordered list is tomorrow is Sunday, so I'm going to prepare my events for the day. As I go out of my house, the first thing I want to go to church. So my first list, I say I'll be going to church. It's closed. After going to church, I have to open another list item, return home. After I'm back home, what do I want to do? I like to visit some friends on Sundays, so visit some friends. Close the list. And after visiting friends, what do I have to do? Well, I may have to take a bottle of beer. Why not? It's Sunday, so yeah, I want to take a bottle of beer. Buy a bottle of beer. And I'm going to close my ordered list. Here it is, my ordered list is closed. I save my page, go to my favorite browser and refresh my page. Very good. This is my ordered list 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have here an unordered list and an ordered list. Now you may ask the question, when do we use an ordered list and an unordered list? That ultimately depends on you. But for me, I like to use unordered list where the order is not important, and I may like to use ordered list where the order is very important. So I say the first thing, I'm going to go to church. After church, I'm going to return home. After I'm home, I have to visit some friends, and after visiting my friends, I want to buy a bottle of beer. It's a Sunday, and I'll happily buy a bottle of beer for myself. So we have come to the end of this lesson. Text formatting. There are many codes which you can use to format your text. My duty is just to make you understand that you can format your text using some codes. I've given you a few codes here, and in the course of a career as a web designer, you're going to discover many more codes. The first thing is to understand its meaning. So thank you very much. Now I'd like you to do me a favor. Use the codes which you have learned in this lesson to write some text, upload it in a server. Yes, upload in a server and give me the URL or the link. Let me go online and see what you have done. And most importantly, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll be here waiting for you, and I promise you get your answer within 24 hours. Thanks once more, and good night.